Ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, good morning or good evening to all of you. Once again, welcome to your beloved platform, the platform for awakening consciousness, the platform that brings you real-time information and accurate, thoroughly analyzed news. It's here and nowhere else. Once again, you are most welcome. What just happened between Donald Trump and his National Intelligence Service, in my opinion and to my knowledge, is unprecedented. In the face of Iran, an unprecedented contradiction. Even Western media are running headlines saying that Trump is disavowing his National Intelligence Service. It is imperative that Iran be treated with due respect. At this moment, it appears that absolutely nothing is progressing as it should. And indeed, nothing at all seems to be going in the right direction for the country. I even wonder, why this contradiction? Since when can a president, perhaps, if you can put it that way, take the place of an intelligence service? I've never seen that before. It's true that the president has a lot of information, but who informs him? It's his intelligence service. So everything revolves around Iran, around Iran's nuclear program. This information was provided by the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency. I think his name is Grossi, something like that. This information was confirmed by the American National Intelligence Service. Donald Trump says it's false. It's not true. Ladies and gentlemen, what exactly is this information about? I'm telling you, I'm overwhelmed. Yes, I'm overwhelmed. This situation between Iran and Israel will help us better understand how the world works with the West, how they operate. And that's why I invite many of our brothers from Africa to join us on this platform, to regularly follow our analyses and breakdowns here on the Tribune for Awakening Consciousness, because it helps to awaken minds to better understand who these people are that we are dealing with. Let's go deeper, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to take the actions that motivate. Yes, when I see those actions, I have the courage, strength, and determination to keep serving you here. Donald Trump disavows his National Intelligence Service regarding Iran's nuclear intentions. This is the headline given by several Western media outlets. Yes, but more specifically, whom did he disavow? His Director of National Intelligence, the one known as Tulsi Gabbard. He accuses Tulsi Gabbard of being wrong about the Iranian nuclear threat. Since when has the president been saying that the intelligence service was mistaken? But it's meticulous work, and I dare to believe, unless you can contradict me, but I dare to believe that the American intelligence service is one of the best equipped and best informed in the world. I don't know its exact ranking, but even the British services don't come close to the American intelligence service. Donald Trump, the information I'm giving you is reported by CNN, the American media outlet. I believe it's American CNN. In any case, it's a prominent Western media outlet. Donald Trump was thoroughly questioned by numerous journalists about the recent developments in the intelligence services, specifically regarding the comprehensive assessment. I was going to say about the detailed assessment of the intelligence services. The intelligence services conducted an assessment and believed that Iran is not in the process of acquiring nuclear weapons. In other words, the intelligence services diligently carried out their thorough and comprehensive investigations. They definitively found that Iran is currently not in a position to acquire nuclear weapons, nor does it possess the immediate capability to do so. This information had already been provided by the director of the International Atomic Energy Agency, who said that no, there is no evidence indicating that Iran is pursuing nuclear activities. There is no evidence. So the American Intelligence Service, the National Service, has just confirmed After very thorough analysis, it's their job, that's their work. It's not the president's job after all. And so that's when Donald Trump comes out of his reserve and surprises the world. Please share the video conference. Share it. Donald Trump, what does he say? The American president responded. He says, so my intelligence community is wrong. Maranit, my intelligence community is wrong. Here's what he says. The intelligence says Iran is not in the process of acquiring nuclear weapons. It's not even close to acquiring the atomic bomb. He says his intelligence service is wrong. He goes on. Yes. He says, who is the source of this information? He was told this position came from Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence. And he simply replied, he is wrong. Do you see, ladies and gentlemen, this dichotomy, this unprecedented contradiction between a president and his intelligence service? A president who questions the reports produced by his intelligence service. And does he question everything? No. For God's sake, am I dreaming or what? So, there are two possibilities. Either Donald Trump actually knows that what the intelligence is saying is true, since it was stated by the director of the International Atomic Energy Agency. Donald Trump knows it's true, but he has to turn a blind eye to it. Because if Donald Trump confirms it, that means it's no longer important to continue the conflict with Iran. That would mean that Israel and the United States of America were wrong to attack Iran. Here is the truth. They falsely accused Iran. They don't want to admit that. They don't want the world to know that they falsely accused Iran. Yes. That's why they are now questioning their own intelligence service, ladies and gentlemen. They are now questioning the very institution responsible for overseeing everything related to atomic matters. Yes, it is indeed a challenge. Since the director of the International Atomic Energy Agency said the same thing, that there is no evidence. So if instantly Donald Trump agrees, it means that America and Israel should normally be brought to justice, since the argument they put forward to start striking Iran does not exist. It's a false argument. You see, ladies and gentlemen, how the world we live in works. So, thank you all very much. I'll stop here for now. I'll be back with more important news and updates for you very shortly. This was the distinctive voice of your one and only samurai.